We've learned some fun facts about wine. Now, let's check out some of the wine misconceptions. I'm going to share with you several statements that are all false about wine, and we'll dive into them. 1. Wine is for snobs. The more you know, the more of a snob you become. Many years ago, when I was just starting to get into wine, I met a winemaker in Spain that told me something that really stayed with me. A winemaker is a farmer. He spends most of his days under the sun, caring for the land and with his hands full of dirt. A bottle of wine represents the land where it is grown and all the people who worked so hard to produce it. There is nothing snobby about that. 2. Good wine is expensive. No. Good wine does not have to be expensive. And I'm going to say that one more time. Good wine does not have to be expensive. There are many things and many factors that contribute to the price of a wine. And the actual product is just one of them. You have the cost of the land, which is of course specific to a region. You have labor, production, marketing, packaging, and so on. So don't let the price fool you. 3. The older the wine, the better. Absolutely not. In fact, most wines are meant to be drunk young because not all wines age well. It all depends on how they are made. It's all about when the wine reaches its peak. The peak is this small time frame when the wine is at its best. Some wines are produced in a way that they need a lot of time, even decades, to reach this peak. But others, most of them, reach their peak within 1, 2, 3 years. So don't let the year of a wine fool you either. 4. Red wine is better than white wine. So there is a misconception that red wine is harder to produce and therefore of more value. This is not true. White wines can be just as complex as red wines. The only difference is that white wines, or at least most of them, have no skin contact, whereas red wines spend some time on their skin, which is, by the way, where the color and the tannins come from. And the last misconception, 5. Screw cap equals low quality wine. Screw cap wines used to be considered low quality wines, and some people are still under that impression. However, wines that have screw caps now can actually be much more dependable than corks in preventing oxidation. Corks, of course, are still more commonly used when bottling, but this is mainly due to tradition. The beauty of wine, though, is that innovation and tradition can work hand in hand to create some gorgeous results.